January is usually reserved for kicking bad habits and keeping resolutions. Did you also know, though, that it is known as Divorce Month? Attorney Justin Sisemore is the winner of multiple awards, including Super Lawyers, the 400 Most Influential People, Top Divorce Attorney year after year, and the owner of Sisemore Law Firm in Fort Worth. And he's here with some advice to get you through the 4 key steps in the divorce process. Very big deal when you're getting a divorce. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Why is January referred to as Divorce Month?
Well, we've talked about it on several different segments, but basically this is a time for change physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And oftentimes at this time, it's time for reflection where you see people not rowing in the same direction.
Right.
And not being on the same path as you.
Right.
And so unfortunately, in the situation of the divorce segment, that becomes a time for change.
So what are the 4 key phases of the divorce process?
So every divorce starts out with some form of agreement or temporary orders. Then you have discovery, you move on to mediation, and a final trial.
And what happens during the temporary orders phase?
The temporary orders is either done by agreement, so you'll reach an agreement either outside of court or inside of court. If it's inside of court, you're dealing with issues of visitation and access of the children,
right?
Management of the financial accounts, who controls the business, who has the house, use and enjoyment of the property while the case is pending. And it's a very important time frame to make sure you get it right in the beginning, because oftentimes when you lead into mediation, it really sets the tone and pace for the case.
And discovery, what happens?
Discovery is where you get all your documents together. It's the not fun part of the divorce process, if there is a fun part. But that's the not fun part. But it's basically where you gather all your evidence, get it ready for court, and if you don't provide it to the other side in the state of Texas, you're not allowed to use it. So good lawyers will object if they have good discovery logs and keep you from getting vital information to the other side and out to the court.
During mediation?
Mediation is the process where one party sits in one room, the other party sits in another room, a mediator goes back and forth, and it's the real chance for the client to control the outcome of the case without leaving it up to an arbiter of fact or the judge. And in this situation, basically the mediation is completely binding, so you can't wake up in the morning with buyer's remorse.
Right.
And it's a chance to really control the outcome of your case.
And then finally, during the trial phase?
Trial phase is really what I call separates the really good lawyers from the ones that aren't so good, because it is where you have to gather all this information, get it in a presentable form, and deliver it in a format that's understandable in a short segment, where the judge can really understand where you're going, or the jury can understand where you're going.
So a lot of people have sort of a do-it-yourself attitude, don't think you need a lawyer to handle a divorce. You advise against that?
Well, you know, certainly if you have no assets or no children, there's plenty of forms out there online. My concern has been and will always be, you have to have a lot of ancillary and closing documents that go along with the divorce decree itself. And so we see a lot of people leave that out, or leave out assets, or award assets that they didn't even know they were awarding, and you can't come back later on and fix it.
Right.
With kid issues, you don't think about things like geographic restriction, who's going to have the educational and medical decisions for the children, and so you don't really know what they mean, and unless you have somebody explain that to you, you sign away and you can't come back right away, because courts don't like to clog up the docket.
So what steps can people take to ensure the divorce process goes as smoothly as is possible for a divorce to go?
I'm very big on the clients being very involved in getting their documents together, getting your exhibits together, your witness list. I'm huge on timelines, making sure that you're very organized with that process, because it cuts down on your cost in the process and also allows the attorney to really do their job effectively by having that information available.
Some great insights. We have only scratched the surface, though. Where can people go to learn more?
So you can log on to lawyerdfw.com. We have a lot of blogs. We've got a great staff and team that's helped with that. And also you can call us at 817-336-4444.
And what do people need to do in order to get a complimentary consultation?
Just log on. All of our information is there. You can also, again, call us at the 817-336-4444 number, or log on to lawyerdfw.com.
Okay, thank you for coming in. I know it's a very busy time of year for you.
It is. Thank you very much.
Call 817-336-4444 or go to lawyerdfw.com for more information. Don't miss your chance to get a complimentary consultation. That's until January 31st. Just mention GMT.